Hey guys, so week 4 we moved from triangles and now we're into our last unit, which is financial literacy. And hopefully yesterday I posted some things over vocabulary, deposit, withdrawal, credit, credit cards, debit cards, and hopefully you did that. It was in the Quizlets. It's under Monday. So if you haven't done Monday's lesson, I suggest you do that one first and then come back to this one. But if you've already done Mondays, we're going to go ahead and talk about, I want to go a little more in depth with the words deposit and withdrawal. Okay, so when we're talking about money, when we're talking about spending and saving money, we use the terms deposit and withdrawal. Now, these are the words, some of the words that can describe when you are depositing money or putting money into your checking account. And these are some of the words that describe withdrawal, meaning being taken out of your account. So with deposit, you have earned, received, income, made, and put into. So all those words describe the word deposit. Okay, and withdrawal, we have cost, spent, bought, deduct, paid, purchase, take out, and fees. So these are just some of the words that could describe the withdrawal from an account. Now, obviously, if deposit is earned, you're earning money. This is going to be, hopefully, we know that this is going to be associated with addition. Okay, so this is money that gets put into your account. Okay, it's added to your account. Withdrawal, it's a little different. Again, when you purchase something or when you spent money, okay, that's being taken out of your account. And so then we would use the operation subtraction. Okay, so we are going to talk about balancing a check register. Now, some of you might be thinking, why do I need to do that? Everything is online. My parents have an app on their phone and it tells me what they spent or and what was withdrawn. Yes, that is all true. But we still need to know how to manage our checking account without it being digital. Because if something were to happen, you still need to be able to keep track of the amount of money you're spending and the amount of money you're earning. So that's what we're going to go over today. Okay, so this is an example of what a check register looks like. Now, a check register is something that you get when you open a checking account at a bank. Okay, they give you a debit card and they give you a check register, which is a little booklet that has a bunch of pages that look like this. This is for you to keep track of the money you're earning and the money you're spending, and if you're writing any checks, okay, this is where you would keep all of that information, okay, if it wasn't in an app on your phone. So this is kind of like the basic concept. Some of them look a little different. Some of them don't have the money broken down into 2 columns where it's the dollars and the cents. Some of the times it's just 1 column. But this is kind of like the basic outline of what a check register looks like. So we're going to work together on filling in this check register. And we're going to use these examples here. Okay, and I'm going to go through each one. We're going to put it in our check register. Now, the main thing with balancing your check register is that we do the operation and we leave the remaining balance before we move on to the next transaction. Again, a transaction is either spending money or withdrawing money. Okay, so again, both of those describe a transaction, anything where money is being moved. So first things first, this is our first example. It says check number 123 to Bruns Bowling Alley for $16.63 on May 5th. So it gives us a lot of information. If you look at the columns, we have check number, we have the date, we have transaction, deposit, withdrawal, and balance. Okay, now a check number is for when you write a check. There's a specific number to every single check, so you would put that here. The date is obviously when you when the transaction was made. The transaction is just a place for you to describe maybe what you bought or the store that you bought it from, just for you to kind of jog your memory if you were to look back. And then obviously deposit is if we're putting money into our account, withdraw if we're taking out of our account, and then we want to put our remaining balance here. So going back to example number 1, it tells us that we use check number 123. So this would go here, check and I like to put the number sign 1, 2, 3. Okay, the date it tells us is May 5th, so I'm going to put 5, 5. And you don't have to put the year, you can if you want, but you don't have to. Now the transaction, this is Bruns Bowling Alley. So I'm just going to put that here. If you don't have enough space, you can just put bowling alley. Again, the transaction is a spot for you just to kind of put something there that would remind you of your actual transaction. So I'm just going to put Bruns. And I'm just going to put bowling. I'm going to leave the word alley out. Again, it's just to remind me what I purchased. Okay, and it tells me that I spent $7.63. So again, if I'm at a bowling alley, okay, obviously I'm spending money, so it's not going to be a deposit, it's going to be a withdrawal. So the dollar amount goes here. The dollar amount is 16, and the cents part is 63. So I'm going to put a decimal and 63 here. Now, before I move on to these, I'm going to need to find my balance, my end balance, okay? So I'm going to take my starting balance, was $140, and I'm going to, again, remember withdrawal is associated with subtraction. Okay, so I'm going to subtract $16.63. Okay, and just for time's sake, I'm going to use a calculator. Okay, so here, sorry, let me get my calculator. I'm going to take $140, okay, and 0 cents, and I'm going to subtract $16.63. And I'm going to get $123.37. So I'm going to put that right next to here. I'm not going to put it on the line below it. I'm going to put it in the same line here. So my dollar amount is 123 and my cents is 37 cents. Okay, so again, make sure that when you do each transaction, your ending balance is always on that same line. Okay, so I've done this one. I'm going to move to the second one. It says debit card purchase at Z store of $20.55. No fees on May 8th. Okay, so here I'm using my debit card. I didn't write a check, so I'm not going to fill in anything here. The date tells me that it is May 8th, so 5/8. Okay, and my transaction is again where I spent the money or what I bought. Here it tells me that the store is called Z store, so that's what I'm going to fill in here. Z store. And the amount that I purchased, again, purchase is associated with a withdrawal if I'm buying something. I spent $20.55. So I'm going to put that under the withdrawal column. The dollar amount is 20. The cents amount is 55. And so again, I'm going to now see my balance from the previous transaction was $123.37. So this is the balance that I'm working with now. And if I'm making this withdrawal, I'm going to take $123.37 and I'm going to subtract $20.55. Okay, so here I'm just going to take my calculator. I'm going to type in $123.37, and again, it is a withdrawal, so I'm going to subtract $20.55, and that gives me my end balance of $102.82. So my dollar amount is 102, and my change is 82 cents. Okay? So I'm done with that transaction. And again, if you notice, my ending balance still remains on the same line. I'm going to move to the next transaction. An ATM withdrawal of $40. It says $2 ATM fee on May 14th. Okay, so some ATMs will charge a fee if you are not banking at that bank. Okay, and that'll be another video. We'll go more into depth with that. But what is important is that we need to know that this is a withdrawal, and then we have this fee. So both of those are withdrawals. So we know the date is May 14th, so 5/14. Okay, and for here, since it's not at a store, but we're at an ATM, I just like to put ATM withdrawal. So we can just put ATM withdrawal. Okay, and now the amount that they took out or they wanted was $40. But since there was a fee, I'm assuming maybe this person didn't use their bank's ATM, so they charges them a fee. So the total amount that we are withdrawing are the $40 plus the $2 that with the ATM fee. So our withdrawal is not $40, but it comes out to be $42. So we're going to put that here under the withdrawal column, $42.00. Now again, you would only get the $40 because the $2 is what you're paying to use that ATM. And again, so this is a withdrawal. We still are going to subtract. So my balance before was $102.82. So I'm going to subtract $42. So $102.82 minus $42.00. And I'm going to get $60.82. So $60.82. Okay, so moving on to the last transaction, it says a deposit of $93 on May 15th. Okay, so here it tells us that the date is 5/15. Okay, and again, we're depositing money. It doesn't say where we got the money or if it was a paycheck or not. So just a transaction, something that to describe what this is just, you can just put deposit. Okay, pretty simple. And if we are depositing money, again, this is being put into our checking account, so we're adding it. So again, same thing here. We have our dollar column, 93, and our cents is 0. So here our balance from the last transaction was $60.82, and since this is a deposit, we are now going to add these two together. So I have $60.82 plus my $93.00, and I'm back to $153.82. Okay, so I started with 140 before all of these transactions, and I ended with $153.82. Okay, so again, please make sure when you're filling these out that you're reading these carefully and understanding whether you are putting money into the account or the money is actually being taken out of the account. And then also please make sure that when you are doing the balance that you're keeping it on the same line. Okay, so I put a link to practice a check register online. It's through the textbook. I put the link below, and then I also put some more practice in Google Slides. So if you have any questions about it, feel free to send me a message and I'll get back to you. But if not, hopefully this is going to help you, and I hope you have a good night. Thank you.